and officially welcome our guests that I'm hoping that you've been welcomed well, guys. Yeah? Sure. And you know, the show is tomorrow, and today is just to have a conversation, a chat. The two gentlemen are dropping albums within the next few days. There's a single dropping, you mentioned it's dropping in 8 hours this morning. That means very, very, very soon we'll be hearing the new single from Cassper. My name is Tole Hall. I am part of the THC media team, the Botswana team, the A team that is putting this show together. And once again, thank you. To my left, two very, very big hip-hop artists. Not only but I do believe that they represent the African continent as well. Now, they we'll find out how this tour came about. That's your job. I'm not going to ask the questions, but we will find out how the tour came about and how we ended up here on the 7th of September, getting ready for the show on the 8th of September. But what I will talk about is really the Botswana lineup, that from sitting down and deciding who would join this super amazing team on stage, I think we looked at obviously how big or who was big at a certain level when we talk of Botswana talent, and we included Botswana's favorite hip-hop duo. I imagine you would agree with me. Vis-a-Vis, Banty, the DJs would include DJ Frost, Cassper the DJ, Neo Played It, Dizzy D, FME DJs who are huge, we know that, as well as the only female in the lineup, the entire lineup by the way, NSI the DJ. So let me not talk, let me hand it over to you guys and of course our guests for this afternoon. But once again, welcome my dear colleagues. So I think let's just start with just a little bit of a background regarding the tour, how we came about, and then we'll take it to the floor.
Yeah, Mela. For voice,
no, English. English.
Yeah, so
no, that's not fair.
I'm telling them I've been teaching you the language the whole time, yeah. So this tour came about maybe a year ago or something. We started talking about it, and we wanted to celebrate African hip hop, you know, and I also have a bond with Nasty that is just authentic, and both our teams came together with the idea of traveling or touring Africa mostly, but the world as well, the rest of the world, and just celebrating this movement that has allowed us to live our dreams and feed our families. So that's just basically it, and it's not often that you see two hip-hop guys come together, especially those that don't chill every day together, you know. We're not really like buddy like that every day, but like we know that the collaboration between the two of us is powerful, and it also inspires the next guy also to say, you know, it's not always about egos, and through collaboration you can do more and get further quicker. So that's basically a summary of how the tour came about.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for Botswana?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Already.
1,000% ready. It's been a while since I've been here, so I really missed it here, you know. Yeah, really looking forward to the show.
Okay, and I think, guys, if you have any questions so far, we can continue with the questions from the floor. Any questions? Don't be shy, guys.
You're not shy, you just don't have any questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
Leonidas, what's up?
What's good, G?
Yeah. I see you're about to drop your album.
Yeah.
So should we expect any songs from the upcoming album?
Yeah, 100%.
Like tonight, like when you're performing?
Yeah. I've been doing a couple exclusives. I swapped them around just to kind of get a feel of what works the most. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually both dropping albums on the same day.
day.
Next week, yeah. And he played these albums. His album is so crazy. Yeah, I can't wait for people to hear it.
Yeah.
It's pretty lit, yeah.
Was it a plan for you guys to drop the albums at the same time?
Not at all. Actually, I think we were both meant to drop in July. I think that was my first date, July. That was yours too, wasn't it?
August, that was in August, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, because of like clearances and stuff like that, just kept pushing it back, and then here we are. And it just works out perfectly. Yeah.
I know this question was asked on your from the other day. Botswana talent, who have you worked with, or who do you want to work with, either from, you know, the lineup or not?
Okay, do you want to go first? Okay, I have a relationship with Vizo. Vizo's a cool friend of mine. I actually have a funny story about Vizo. I scared him this one time at an ATM back in South Africa. He had no idea I was there. I thought he thought I was robbing him. He froze. It was funny as hell. But anyways, him, I haven't really worked with him, but he's a cool guy. We get along very well. So I'd like to get in the studio with him, you know what I mean? See what that's like. But also William, who's mostly a comedian, but he makes music too. And I heard this one song of his where I guess he was telling a story about his father, and I thought he was really dope. He's really creative. So yeah, I get in the studio with him, and then obviously anyone else who's dope that I meet either today, tomorrow, or you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've only worked with V, because also I'm from like an older generation, because I traveled with WHP a lot, so that's how I met V. And then Vizo, I just know him just as friends as well from Joburg, and I actually owe him a verse. That's why I'm laughing. So every time I get that question, I actually owe him a verse because I promised, and we haven't found a song yet. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, that's the only guy I'm really familiar with right now.
Now back to the tour. Is it only Africa, or is there going to be an extension of the dates outside of the continent?
It's mostly Africa, but you know we're working on the dates out because it's a world tour. You know, but they also say world tour, they never come to Africa. So that's Africa is still a world tour. But like we might do. There's a few shows that they've been speaking about, and they're not confirmed yet. That's why maybe they're not being marketed yet. So we're definitely trying to get out of Africa, but it's mostly Africa.
Reception-wise, you've done Kenya, you've done Mozambique, you've done Swaziland so far. We're about to find out if Botswana is from a reception point of view. Temperature-wise, are people receiving it well?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like what Cassper said earlier, it's a very rare thing for two hip-hop artists to come together like this, you know? And it not being like a competition type situation. So yeah, people really, they love it, man.
Is there going to be an African Throne 2.0? Or we just need to
has
finish
to
the
be,
game?
I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like there has to be, you know? We missed so many other spots. I mean, just because they weren't confirmed and stuff like that. But yeah, we definitely gonna do like a second leg.
Guys, we're going to hold you to it.
Oh yeah, we're here. We're dropping albums, so
I would
we're on tour anyway.
I would definitely do it. It's been fun. More than anything, it's been really fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know, Cass, you prepare for Philip hectic, right?
Yeah.
Gym and all of that.
Yeah.
Has there been a mental, psychological, physical preparation done before the tour?
Not physical.
And
not physical, no.
And where exactly has it taken its toll? You know, work-wise or even personal?
I think because I haven't been on the road for so long, I kind of like stayed away from shows for a long time this year. I went through like a phase in my life where I just wanted to be home. So just getting back to like traveling and doing shows, I'm getting sick. So like the body's not used to like the fatigue and stuff. So, and he's right, there was no physical preparation. I tried to get in the gym, but like, yo man, this food is too good. Like when your son is 3 years old, like it's crazy. So I'm like super dad mode right now, but we just like got into it, and also making the album as well. Like I spent a lot of time in the studio. So yeah man, I was just making music and mentally getting ready, but I didn't do like the fill-up routine of like trying to like train or like rehearse or like create a show.
Do you think you should have though?
No, I'm having fun. We like really like creating the show as we go. He did a lot of rehearsals though. Like he was out there with his band, and I came rehearse with them as well. But like they were in there the whole time. So we basically building the show as it goes, and it's just every show is getting better, and we getting to understand each other a bit more, and it's been fun.
There's a question there.
Yeah, Tato from Botswana Blood. So, Cassper, you are dropping a song with McLaren. I was wondering, will we see another feature on the album? And can we expect a Nasty C feature or a Cassper feature outside?
Yeah, I'm dropping a song with McLaren today. I think the only other feature on the album that's credited as a feature is Nobantu Villagazi, a guy called Windows 2000, who's actually my stylist. There's actually, I don't know if I should say it, but like, there's a Nasty feature on the album, but you kind of have to know his voice to hear it. But he contributed on the album. I asked him to do something on the album, and he was humble enough to do it because there's this like certain paintbrush that I needed, and he did it for me. And so there's definitely going to be developments from that moment that we've been speaking about. And I'm also at a later stage probably appear on his project as well. But on the ones that are going to drop, no. Yeah.
There's another question there.
Hi, Cass. There's an interview I watched of yours, I think you're in SA, and you spoke about how Ja Fraser and V are like the standout guys from Zim and from Botswana. So in terms of the Botswana music industry, what would you like to see more of the Bots artists do?
Just get out there more, man. You know, it's a jungle. So if you're comfortable with just being here, where people are familiar with your work, you know, it won't reach where it's supposed to reach. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like if you look at what Nigerians did with Afrobeat, they left Nigeria and they came to each and every country of ours. And when they came, it was still weird. Like I remember years back, like seeing D'banj and them in SA, and it was like, yeah, a group of people knew them, but they were not the superstars that it developed into. So I know a lot of guys have that issue of like, you know, we support SA, but like, what about us? You know, but it's also about leaving your comfort zone and going to market your stuff and make sure that you're heard. So I definitely love to see more new Bots artists that go out there, because we knew Zeus because he was out there, you know. So we ended up knowing about Zeus and listening to his music. So I don't feel and see the presence of the Bots artists as much as, you know, as I would like to, except William. But William is like a TikTok, so like he's like a special case basically. Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Normally entertainment events come with a lot of social ills. How are you going to plow back into the society to ensure that this isn't just extractive?
That's a tough question. I'm not prepared to answer that question, to be honest.
I think as the Botswana partner, I think one of the big things that we needed to do was highlight the talent, and specifically the talent that we kind of handpicked for this show, from the MC all the way up to you know, the last DJ that's going to be playing just before these guys. And for me, those who know me, you guys are my crews. You know, I make it intentional to have women in my team, and that's why NSI DJ was an important element to this, so that she represents the talent. So one of the ways, and I feel it's one of the biggest ways to plow back, is to you know, include the talent. But more than anything, we know the creative industry in this country, it's a conversation that we have daily, you know, so that's really where we are with that. Another question?
Yeah, because you did mention a few months ago that you did some songs with the ADA and was produced by Ganja Dance. So should we expect any of those tracks to be released sometime soon?
I don't think so. I don't think the songs will ever drop. Not from my end, but maybe if they would have to maybe do a documentary for him and they wanted to show something that has never been shown, maybe in that way. But I don't think me dropping a song with Keenan, knowing that by the time by the time he passed on, we were not cool. So he wouldn't be cool with it. But if his family wanted to tell the story, I think it would be a great thing to show from their side. Because there's actually footage of me and him laughing in the studio and joking, and I don't think people have ever seen us in that light. It's just there, and sometimes we go through the videos and listen to the songs and say, at one point we were great friends. So from my side, I don't think it would be right, but if somewhere in the future it was beneficial for his story to be told, yeah.
Any more questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about both of y'all's labels, namely Torak and Family Tree. Any plans anytime soon of adding to those families, adding to those labels?
On my side, no. I took a break from the whole label thing. I had one artist, and once we were done with her, kind of just took a break just to focus on myself. I feel like it would be very unfair for me to pick anyone up right now, because I have a lot on my plate, so I wouldn't be able to give them all the attention that they need. And being an artist, when another artist signs to you as an artist, they want a lot of your time too, not just your resources. They want you to actually pay attention to them, give them the advice, the guidance, and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I have that to offer at the moment, so no, for myself.
Also from my side, I need credit. I went through a lot, as owning a label and trying to put guys on, takes a toll on you. I really give I take my head off to people who run labels and people who A&R and market artists and make people's dreams come true and all, because those people exist and it's a talent, and we actually underestimate it because you think because you're a big artist you feature someone and give them a cosign and they'll go on and be a big artist, and that's not how it works. There's people who actually are talented at developing artists, and I don't think artists are the greatest at that. You need a team, and without a team you can't run, and he's right. They want to be next to you, and then they want to be you because you did it for yourself, right? And sometimes you can't do it for everyone. So I've done my part so far. I think for now, or for maybe the rest of my career, it's just free verses and cosigns. That's about it. I don't think I'd sign another artist. It's just too much stress. I've got a son,
A couple months back, you were on the El Chido podcast, one of my favorite podcasts from the year, your episode especially. I was wondering whether we'll see you on your own platform.
Yeah, I had a podcast that we kind of stopped. I think it was called the Family Tree podcast, right? Because it's a lot of work, but we'll definitely maybe do interesting episodes one day. Maybe I'll do one with Nasty if he's down.
Yeah, it's
just sit down and chat. I think it's content right now is everything. So yeah, definitely. I love also having just conversations. So some of the conversations that we have offline, I wish they were recorded. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Right, if there aren't any questions, I think we'll sure.
Thank you so much. My name is Tabo from Weekend Post. Cassper Nyovest, last year it was really a sad year for hip hop artists in South Africa, right? Some of them took their lives, some were shot. How are you guys taking care of your mental health?
Very good question, man. I just happen to be in a very good space right now, and I think I owe it to my family, my girlfriend, my newborn son. So I just keep that circle very close to me, and they're kind of just like my fence from the rest of the world and anything else that might affect the way I process things, whether it's my career, the stress that comes with it, or friendships and all that kind of stuff. I just stay to myself, man, and I try and keep a positive mind at all times. Very fortunate like that, man.
Yeah, I talk a lot. So I see it as a form of therapy. A lot of people keep to themselves, and like, I noticed like from a very young age that I just talk. I could meet a stranger and tell them my biggest problem. I don't care. It's like, how are you doing? Yeah, my girlfriend just broke up with me, man. Like, I can't pay my rent. And so I'm just that guy. So I think it's helped me cope, you know, but I'm actually looking into therapy because I'm growing, you know, I'm growing and I'm starting to deal with like stuff that is not industry related. It's just like personal life, and I feel like it's not only do I feel like it's great to offload, but it's just advice that I get from mentors that I have. You know, even like I've got like billionaire mentors who say, yes, successful as I am, I still sit down with someone and I talk to them. So I'm looking into therapy, and I'm an advocate for it. You know, a lot of people have been helped by it.
I think you guys have been